Get ready, dream builders. This is Would You Rather? Build your dream bedroom, where every choice you make unlocks something magical and totally unexpected. Pick the one you love the most and watch your dream bedroom come to life piece by piece. Ready? Smash that subscribe button and let's begin. First pick. Which bedroom shows off your style the most? First, second, or third? Which blanket's wrapping you up tonight? First, second, or third? Grab the pillow you'd love to sleep on. What's your pick? First, second, or third? Choose your bedside table. What's standing next to your bed? First, second, or third? Which of these mugs would you pick? First, second, or third? Choose the PS5 setup you'd proudly flex and play with. First, second, or third? Which floor design would you walk into? First, second, or third? Choose your mission. Like this video, subscribe to Quick Quiz, or share this video. Time to relax? Pick the massage chair that melts your stress away. First, second, or third? Which alarm clock shakes you out of bed every morning? First, second, or third? Which toilet speaks to your vibe? Is it first, second, or third? Which soap dispenser would you choose? First, second, or third? Choose which of these bathtubs you'd soak your body. First, second, or third? Choose which rag you would put on your dream house. First, second, or third? bell sound rings at your house? First, second, or third? Which bunk bed's calling your name? First, second, or third? Choose which crown you would like to wear. First, second, or third? Which night lamp do you think looks cool? First, second, or third? Choose which slippers would protect your feet. First, second, or third? Which pajama do you think is the comfy one? First, second, or third? Which inflatable float would you like to take a ride? First, second, or third? Choose which store you would go shopping. First, second, or third? Which AirPods would you use to listen to music? First, second, or third? Which tent would you bring to glamping? First, second, or third? Choose which bedroom fits your vibe. First, second, or third? Choose which mirror is yours. First, second, or third? Shower time! Which of these showers would you like to choose? First, second, or third? Shine bright like a diamond. Choose the piece that completes your look today. First, second, or third? They all look so cute. Choose which pet you would bring home. First, second, or third? Choose which food you would munch on. First, second, or third. Which neon glow lights up your room? First, second, or third? All aboard! Which train are you riding today? First, second, or third? Which swing chair would you swing today? First, second, or third? Choose which TV you would watch your favorite movie. First, second, or third? Which lollipop are you grabbing? First, second, or third? Choose which is your toilet paper holder vibe. First, second, or third? Dessert time! Choose your favorite cupcake color. First, second, or third? Pick the tissue box that belongs on your desk. First, second, or third? Choose which stuffed toy is your vibe. First, second, or third? Now it's your turn. Drop your country, your birthday, or your room color in the comments. Choose which is your milkshake craving for today. First, second, or third? Which chandelier would you choose for your dream house? First, second, or third? Time to cool down. Choose the fan that keeps your space breezy. First, second, or third? Step outside and choose the balcony with your favorite view. First, second, or third? Choose which jacuzzi is perfect for your dream house. First, second, or third? Pick the perfect fireplace for your cozy living room. First, second, or third? Which view do you want through your glass window? First, second, or third? Choose which phone case fits your vibe. First, second, or third? Choose which candle you would light for today. First, second, or third? You can only choose one. Which car would you hop on? First, second, or third? Pick which castle fits your vibe. First, second, or third? Choose which is your towel for bath time. First, second, or third? Which rug do you think is the cutest? First, second, or third? Choose the perfect hangout spot for your family. First, second, or third? Pick which gaming chair you would put in your gaming room. First, second, or third? Well, what are you playing today? Pick your game. First, second, or third? Choose your perfect gaming mouse. First, second, or third? Choose which toy store you would go shopping for today. First, second, or third? Which sofa bed do you think is the softest and comfy to sit on? First, second, or third? Choose which fish tank fits your dream house. First, second, or third? Pick which musical instrument you would play your favorite music with. First, second, or third? Which home cinema do you think is the coolest? First, second, or third? Choose the ultimate bookshelf for your book collection. First, second, or third? Choose which watch fits your arm. First, second, or third? Which study desk do you think is the perfect one? First, second, or third? Pick which home office you think is the coolest one. First, second, or third? Bath time! Which standing bathroom fits your dream house vibe? First, second, or third? Choose which couch you would put on your dream house living room. First, second, or third? Which speaker do you think is the loudest? First, second, or third? Last question. Which flower is your vibe? First, second, or third? Thank you for participating in today's challenge. If you like this video, remember to press the subscribe button and turn on notifications. See you again in the next video. Goodbye.